100 gold a minute mark. So yeah, it's going to definitely be a few more minutes than 2. But as I was trying to say with Tundra, I
Yes,
mean,
go
he doesn't
ahead.
have that new spell, Cold Shoulder, was introduced I think 2 or 3 patches ago now, because we've
Yes.
had some mini
Also,
patches.
you mean the charge that
Yeah,
he
the
has now.
charge, the cold shoulder, but he is, absolutely just ignoring it. Now, even putting one spell into it just for the distance closing, not a good idea. I was kind of the impression it
Um,
helped out the Tundra.
it is a decent skill, but the other skills of Tundra really, I mean, his shards are great in general. We all know that. Then he has his ultimate. You can't argue about leveling that one. And his pets are just so, they're so great and versatile if you can micro them. That you have all this slow. You got your ultimate. You got even the slow from the pets from the pet that you have, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Is it a boar or is it a? I don't know what it is. What is it? I don't
It's
care.
an ice
Anyways,
demon thingy.
yeah, it looks really strange. Anyways, that you basically shouldn't have a problem closing in on your enemies, especially if you have like a team that follows you up, and just basically wasting. It's not wasting, but wasting 1 point in the cold shower is not. It doesn't seem worth it. I mean, I guess it's not bad. Oh, that arrow. Yeah,
hmm
well, it is not bad, but I don't think it is necessary, and I don't think that is more viable than going on with your other skills. To be honest, but I also think that it is not bad to get one skill.
Okay. Just wanted your opinion on that. So, I mean, with that eye, Tundra was able to destroy a lot of wards, and now, with his invisible bird up here, he was easily able to see when that gank was coming. Congo got down to a little under half, but they just did not have the DPS to take him down. And, of course,
Not
they
yet.
saw the arrow coming. That was a very beautiful arrow and greatly dodged on their part. Wouldn't have happened without that bird. So, maybe level 4 bird saved their Heine there.
Yeah, well, a level 1 bird would have saved it as well. So
So the vision expanse is the same per level?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's got the
See, that's
same
why I was
vision.
considering
Or
that. But great Malphus going down there with an acid cocktail, jump in there with a panda. That's an easy kill on Thunderbringer. So now that he's down, Glace is going to try his best. I don't think he was able to pick off anyone.
oh, great play there by MSI. Commentating such action is really frustrating to a point because you can't capture it all. So you might as well not try. No,
So
just
you're
kidding.
telling me not to try? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm telling you to try. You're Mr. Awesome Jester, so you definitely can try, but I can't. And Malphus getting arrowed here,
Poor
but it's
Malphus.
not gonna.
What did he do to deserve that? Anyways,
Yeah,
so yeah, they were able to take out the Thunderbringer, the Glacius, somewhere along the lines. It looked like Andromeda was taken out, and then the finale of
they took
Nighthound.
everybody out apart from
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie was the sole survivor there, but I mean Tundra and that Voodoo Jester were alive when I last saw them. But look at what's go?
What?
He disconnected. Oh.
Oh, I was sitting there and watching Kongor, and I was like, oh my god, that panda, he's dropping low. Like, my god, Trixie's really a pro. Like, he's gonna stand there like when he's got only one life left, you know?
Good
And
game was called
oh
right
my god,
there.
that is sad. We don't want to see stuff like that. We
No,
don't want it.
that is definitely a sad face, Henry D. Definitely a sad face. So while we wait for bot to come back after that, it looks like
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to take Congo now simply because they've been alerted to the fact there's still no wards here for this loaded team, but that's definitely going to tip them off, and now they're going to sweep in there for the kill because they do not have a panda anywhere near going to be there, and Voodoo Jester's still running down. Voodoo Jester, weirdly enough, without his ult. He has nothing in spirit wards, so I mean he's going to be able to come down here with a mojo and a cursed ground, but other than that, I really going to expect the MSI team to just split at this point, and Loda is going to pick up basically a free Kongor token.
I don't know because I don't know because it is not basically the game fucked up, if you want to put it that way, and
Let's say
a team
fudged
shouldn't
next
really.
time.
Huh?
Let's say fudged next time.
yeah, it's fudged up. But you don't want a team like benefiting from the game, from a failure of the game, and since that, but basically, if they play on as a normal game would, then yeah, the album would have to split up and move out, and Lob would take an easy Conquer basically,
That's just
unless
how I
MSI
see it
pulls
going down.
something amazing off.
It's just how I see it going down. That's all.
Yeah, we could go over items really quick. We need to see 2 quick blades on Nighthound, so that is interesting. Ghost Marches on Thunderbringer, another debatable thing. Glaciers being Glaciers. Andromeda being Andromeda.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
very
that's
hardcore support heroes. I mean, other than some health, they're basically stuck to their health regen, their striders, and wards.
yeah, but that is the case. When somebody comes to me and says, okay, I played Glaciers the last game, and it was 35 minutes in, and I had boots, 2 minor totems, maybe a power supply, and my inventory full of wards, and I say, yeah, you're doing it right. That is how he's supposed to play. He doesn't need the items, he doesn't need the creep kills. Just get the wards, get the map control outs. We saw last game how important map control really is, and you can simply, map control is so crucial that wasting the money on it, well, putting the money onto the wards is really worth it.
So Panda apparently bought back and is going to die again because he missed his stun, and yep. So that's 2 quick deaths in succession for Mr. Panda, and he is going to be paying that. So indeed they are able to pick up an Andromeda out of it, but just so many skills going on here. Looks like they want to go for that Thunderbringer. Ice axes are going to be, I was going to say, if that does not get them, nothing will at this point, because so we do have level 2 into Cold Shoulder now ever since we talked about it from Tundra. So I was going to say, if he still doesn't have anything in that Cold Shoulder, then nothing would have been able to get him. Able to pick off that Nighthound. How were they able to see that Nighthound? Where's the eye? Eye? Eye on Mr. Slither. Look at there, Trixie picking up that eye, so able to chase them down. So yeah, that kind of did not go to my predictions at all, and now it looks like they're going to rally for another Kongor kill.
Yeah. Look at Slither's inventory. What is odd on it?
Other than the eye, the Helm of the Black Legion.
Yeah, there's the Helmet of the Black Legion, quite an interesting item on Slither, because Slither, when he's played the way he is played now, he's basically another hardcore support hero with a great early game, great ganking, great babysitting capabilities and shit. I'm not gonna talk about it all because that would take hours, but he basically doesn't get a full inventory, and he's got a Ring of the Teacher, Steam Boots, and the Helmet of the Black Legion.
So he's not being played as support.
Definitely good.
Yeah, I just don't see him being played as support in this case.
Yeah, well, what else would you play him then as?
Well, take a shot at him playing as a carry. I mean, he has the Steam Boots, so he doesn't care much for the Striders, which means he wants to keep the MS for the fights. He has that Ring of the Teacher that's going to come into a Gnome's Wisdom. He has a Helm of the Black Legion to stay in these fights. I mean, that's just how I see it.
And why doesn't he pick up a Geometer's Bane then?
Well, he might. Game's still young, 24 minutes. Right now,
yeah.
Right now he's pushing. Right now he's the sole reason why these towers are so hurt and missing as they are, because he just puts out ward brigades and then he just farms. He's been farming all game jungle. He's been farming these towers, and now, I mean, look, we got a big push coming here mid, and he is going to be throwing down these brigades on this last tower and going to get it and get out. So he's doing a lot more than just, I mean, he's supporting the team by granting them tower gold and keeping down the towers, keeping the lanes pushed, but I mean, that's not really the role of a support hero.
Yeah, well, not really of a pure support. Yeah, it's quite an interesting way. You got that. You got me on that one, though.
Sweet. All right, down in the middle, Hellbringer going down. We got the Tundra throwing down everything he can, but does not seem to do any. There's the Cold Shoulder running right to that Nighthound as we had Slither TP back in, but out comes the token on, who had the token? Was it Panda? Panda had the token. And that's going to prevent him from dying again, considering he just had 2 quick successions in it. And
yeah, Panda not having the greatest game. I don't know what's up with bot, because normally he hits those, cannonballs dead on. And that's the reason why he actually picks Panda. but he doesn't at the moment. He seems not to play as great as he normally does though on Pandemonium. So yeah, but despite all that, MSI still good in the lead here. Maybe not kill wise, but definitely in golden XP.
Yeah, but I mean, kills are kills. It comes down to really towers and creep kills. You know, the ability to farm. Like, look at the tower
Yes.
difference right now. 7 towers standing to 9. So that's 2 extra towers that I don't believe were denied. So that's a lot of distributed gold for them. So that explains the
Yes.
gold lead. As for the experience, I mean, take a quick look at the creep kills. 80, 80, 80, 70 versus 80, 80, 50, 22, and then look at Glacius, 8.
Us, it's glaciers. It's like there's a sickness, and it's called the glacier syndrome. And you know what the glacier syndrome is all about? Like when the game goes past the 20-minute mark, you somehow stop leveling, and you don't get money or stuff. It's really hard, and you fall behind 4 or 5 levels and everything. And it's really like that. You see that on glaciers all the time, basically in every game. And the bad thing about playing a good Glacius is that you're not gonna be noticed, and the bad thing about playing a bad Glacius is that you're gonna be noticed because you're dying and feeding all the time. So it's really not. It's not a satisfying hero to play.
True enough. I mean, he really has a thankless job of, you know, throwing out the stuns, getting off maybe an ult, and just perma-warding the whole game. But down goes Bot, that panda, who buys back instantly. Man, he has a lot of money. And out comes basically everyone else into this. I hear a Spirit Ward going off, so that's good to see. And now Panda, that's not Panda, that's Tundra. Tundra going down as really the only retribution here. Slither's still alive with that eye, and they were able to pick off Nighthound right there. And that's wow, that's a genocide from Load. So,
And the Malphus is out, and they're gonna push the tower.
but again, Panda had to buy back to make this genocide work, and he has bought back at least
Well,
twice
it
this
is a
game.
genocide. Yes, he has bought back a lot of times, and then you see that in his items. That even though he has, I think, good form. Let's look at it quickly.
300 gold a minute.
Yeah, he has decent farm, you know. He has nothing but a sustainer, a mighty blade, and ghost marches by the, around 30 minutes. So he's not doing terribly bad, but he's delaying his items with all those buybacks, and gonna be interesting to see whether that turns around on him later on. Not having those items
Fresh
yet.
Pro is very tanky, as we just saw there, getting a nice heal from that Voodoo Jester, and even throwing down. He didn't throw down Life Void. Oh, I would have assumed he would have. But yeah, so that will take the tower, so now they can easily crack mid. In comes a portal key from Tundra. Going to be putting out a lot of damage here on Thunderbringer, but just so many people turn their attention to him, and down he goes. Tablet of commands on somebody, on the Hellbringer himself, got out of that situation,
Yes.
but we'll have to see what Valkyrie says. Oh, Valkyrie's going to miss him totally, and even the Comet not going to be thrown, as we have the vision issue, of course, in the tree. So great job there by Fresh Pro getting out of that. Who'd they lose? Tundra. That's all they lost. And look at the health here of
Yes.
Glacius. Glacius might even go down to creeps. No, he'll be okay. He'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Just go over, as we got a bit of downtime now, we go over the items real quickly. We got a major totem in the new fights book on Thunderbringer, so that's going to be turned into, oh god, help me out, Jess, I can't recall it.
Gnome's Wisdom.
Gnome's Wisdom. Or Tablet of Command?
Yep, I do believe they share a lot of the same items. And either way,
Yeah, Tablet of
not
Command,
a super item on him, but we'll see.
It is a decent item
Decent
on him.
is not super.
It's better than Gnome's Wisdom.
Man, we got an old school Chew going with the Nighthound, level 13, and no Fire Blade.
Well, no fire blade is a good item on him. On Nighthound, there's no doubt about that. Because of the slow.
Oh, look at that! Tundra with the bird saw the Nighthound go in on those crates, ulted him from across the trees, axes, and picked him off. That must have been a shock right there to Chew.
It must have been. It was great play there where MSI spotting that, and now we see another point that Tundra offers. Not only is that